what they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds, just told them with a squad get scolded. Walk with the Lord, not an omen. Still might have to grill a brother like Foreman. When my dogs start rioting, leaves will be falling off trees. You'd think that it's autumn. Yo, I can't stand these rap boys. Feel to eliminate all. I'm trying to raise this stack, boy, so tall that it might fall. Top striker, man, I lick off the goal, so anything I set, I achieve and more. Soon bring the man them on some kind of tour. No flicker bottles in my rider report. I don't know why they would step to the team, and I'll send man airborne like fly beat. Come like this as some sci-fi scene when I lace this magic on these type of beats. I don't want to hear no talk from a dweeb. You don't respect me if you don't pay my fees. If you don't respect me, then please better back out the way of this heat. I don't know what they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds, just told them with a squad get scolded. Walk with the Lord, not an omen. Still might have to grill a brother like Foreman. When my dogs start rioting, leaves will be falling off trees. You'd think that it's autumn. I don't know what they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds, just told them with a squad get scolded. Walk with the Lord, not an omen. Still might have to grill a brother like Foreman. When my dogs start rioting, leaves will be falling off trees. You'd think that it's autumn. Yo. Step to the place on my J's are with all nine and I'm on a mad one. I don't want no attention from that gal if she ain't a bad one. Man try tell me the 3-5 come too stinky as Cali that packs from. And if I go broke, N95s and night gloves slapped on. Soon put chef on the map, son. Don't pop with too many brothers, they cap enough. Dog, I don't care about the past, that bad in the present and you can get wrapped up. I don't deal with pests, man got no fertilizer for them. Go on then run up your mouth yet again. Joe get sent all the way up like Rem. Nah, that ain't the flexo. I got J's on my feet, they're retro. They can act like they got bars. I got bars in my name like Esco, and I'll slap them off like Crespo. Go dish out the news like Metro.
Yeah, I'm fighting with Porter, bro. I'm gonna fight with Porter. On the first match.
I'm Todd Grisham. Welcome to the one and only Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And in this corner, it's Sean Showtime Porter. He's 5'7" tall with a 69.7-inch reach. In the other corner, it's the incomparable Roy. It's Sean Showtime Porter fighting out of the fight capital of the world, Las Vegas, USA. This welterweight world champion, Roy Jones.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Northeast Ohio, here is a welterweight champion of the world, Showtime Sean Porter. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr.
Lots of hype as they will fight into the night. We're outdoors for this big main event.
It's cooled down a little bit. The fighters will love that because when they get in, the heat won't double the impact because then it can cool down. They've got that cool breeze. We might see a high-tempo fight here.
And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. There's a right hand. Trying to answer back. Don't want to trade shots.
Keep moving.
Have you ever danced with the devil under the pale moonlight? That's what these two men are about to go through as they've been talking so much trash on social media. It's time to settle the score. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Ooh, that punch hurt him. Not many of the people in the division hit like them. This counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. This one can go either way. Every round is so important.
So important. The referee's got to do his fight right.
Which fighter's going to get clipped first? He misses with that jab. And he fails to score with that left hook. Neither man really defending himself. Counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Parries that right jab away. And he just missed with that left jab. He misses with that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Well, there you have it. It is official now, and that is not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.
No complaints there at all. The crowd agree. I agree. The ref knew exactly what he was doing. So you know what? Great shout. I look forward to fight number 2.
One of my first online down, bro. Crazy thing is he won all 3 rounds. It was a nice little match. Play another one before I go. I'm gonna play a few before I go to rank. Just to whoop on some. This time got the duck.
I'm Todd Grisham, and what a stunning venue. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Hi to...
And here he... Terrence Buck.
This bout is
one of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. And he misses with the left uppercut. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. He threw the hook, didn't land. So much hype surrounding this match, I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
God, listen to them, listen to them. You can hear the noise, but you don't know what they're saying. It's that loud. I'm sorry, man. I'm shouting you here. I'm sorry.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Oh, and he caught him there with a right hook. Caught him with a stiff jab. The counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. I don't know which fighter is winning this bout.
It's too hard to split. Do you listen to your head or your heart?
In the room. In the right.
Bad round, but they don't care. Just go out there and win this next round.
Oh, damn, I won. They stopped him. That's good. Time for me to play my first rank game. I'm gonna try to box this time.
This rivalry has been brewing for a long time, and it spills over tonight.
Okay, you got Ricky
The
here.
Hitman, Ricky Hatton. Sugar Ray Leonard, an undisputed welterweight champ.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. He just misses with that jab. Oh, and he caught him with a stiff jab. Punch scores. theater is used to hosting concerts and plays, but tonight it's the sweet science that takes center stage.
You walk in, you cannot hide or duck or stand behind anybody. The audience is on you. They see every single movement, every single twitch. If you're scared, the thousands of people are here in this place, they will spot it.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. He parries away that left hook. His jab just got blocked.
And get him up better.
Can't connect with that right hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Sugar Ray's in trouble. This one can go either way. Every round is so important. Here we go. It's round 2. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You are fighting the Swarmer. Be smart, be sharp, concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that Swarmer, once you do that, you're giving the man a chance that shouldn't have one.
He just missed with that left jab. He misses with that jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Missed him with that uppercut. Doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. He just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. Both men step back for just a moment. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. This fight could not be any closer, could it? He's going to be the first one to get caught. He's got to figure out a way to neutralize that length.
Very smart, very sharp. This is the fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long leap. Not many fights can do that.
Got him with a left jab. He parries that right jab away. Takes that jab. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. These two fighters are made for one another. And this with that jab. Just missing with the uppercut. endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. This fight is closer than 2 pages in a book, Johnny. Which fighter is going to get caught first? And misses with that jab. They score again with the left hand. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting anything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to sort of actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Through the hook, didn't land. They've got to watch out for that uppercut. We're not seeing a lot of defense. And he misses with that jab. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's what...
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Who's winning this fight right now? I have no idea.
That was...
He's going to be the first one to get clipped. How did he absorb that hook? Missed with that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when it catch you.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Got out of the way of that right hook. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I don't know which fighter is winning this battle.
So important.
Which fighter's going to get clipped first? One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
He fails to score with that left hook. Caught him with a heavy punch. Oh, Leonard just got rocked. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on. Can they figure out the combination to this safe? There you have it. It is official now, and that is not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.
No complaints there at all. The crowd agree. I agree. The ref knew exactly what he was doing. So you know what? Great shout. I look forward to fight number 2.
He hurt me before this. Start getting the rhythm down, okay? Let me pick him again.
Hello, fight fans. I'm Todd Grisham. Welcome to the WBC Arena. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Todd, it's going to be an amazing night. As per usual, everybody's going to benefit.
It's time now for our Sugar Ray Terrence Bud Crawford.
I got Sugar Ray Leonard.
Not too many seats. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. And he misses with that jab. He threw the hook, didn't land. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted it up, they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. And wait a minute, a left hand lands. That's a scoring left hand. He misses with that jab. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. This fight could not be any closer, could it, Johnny?
too hard.
He's going to be the first one to get caught. Oh, and he caught him there with the right hook. He just misses with that big right hand. And he misses with the left uppercut. Counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying. You've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Nice exchange here from both men. And he caught him with a left hook. Got him with a left jab. Believe what we are seeing. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. This one could go either way. Who's going to be the first one to get buzzed? Left lands. He didn't take that jab well at all. Both men step back for just a moment. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. He fails to score with that left hook. And there he caught him with a stiff jab. He takes that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. This fight is closer than 2 pages in a book, Johnny.
That was super tight. I dread being a judge.
Which fighter's going to get clipped first?
They gave me that out. Smacking me down.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
You've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through is willpower, calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nice job by him to block that jab. Oh, and he caught us there with a right hook. Now exchanges from both men in this round. Thanks for that jab. Fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to...
Good job trying to back out of trouble. That punch hurt him. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. These two fighters promised us great action. They didn't give it to us. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Punch. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
So one who draws first blood type, that's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it. But
Terrence Crawford just got rocked, and down goes Crawford.
Dropped his ass. Folded his ass. Get up, man. Get up. Get up, man. That's right, man. You ain't getting this money? Yeah. Take it very easy.
He caught him there with a left hook. He gets out of the way of that left hand. Crawford in trouble. You hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
what can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know it.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round.
Beat your ass, boy.
Well, that seemed to be like a
Beat his
round. What do
ass.
you think, Johnny?
Come on,
Stop playing. Unlock the motherfucking
Here we go in the 6th round. And there's an uppercut, a big uppercut, and his knee buckled that time. Whoa, wait a minute! What a shot!
No, I ain't gonna go through here yet. Lay down, boy. Bitch ass man. Feed off on him. Get up. Oh, yeah? Let's get it in, man. Let's come on. Right to the end. Let's go. Yeah, what's up?
He misses with that jab. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to actually outbox the fight and beat them on points.
He just misses with that jab.
We got Earl on the
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round.
Being off on his
He's
ass.
in big trouble here.
Oh, man, that's
Here comes
definitely
round 7. He just missed with that left jab. Corner's got the towel. Are they going to throw it in? No, we don't see a knockdown. Talking about punches in bunches, that's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Some fighters are just gifted with hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Nigga. I'm calm down for a second. I'm on this. Alright.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Not many of the people in the division hit like them. That left hand misses. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can... Crawford, mate, can you believe this? But Crawford just got knocked down. Looks like he's going to survive the round here.
That's how Earl Spencer do Bud Crawford. Fold. That's how this shit gonna go. Nigga, first time playing this motherfucker. This is my second game. Slapped him. Look at that. KO.
You saw it here live. A knockout win.
It's really Earl
Congratulations.
Spencer.
Knockout victory. That is God.
But they ain't got him on the
shot?
game.
That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.
Y'all gotta hit the like button for that. Smash. I wasn't even looking at the scorecard. Leading well. Who next? Oh, my mama. Who else wants some? Keep that nigga, bro. But nah, fight with him. Beat the shit up of him.
Welcome into the WBC arena. We've been waiting a long time to see these two get it on. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. And in this corner, it's Roy Sugar Ray Leonard. He, of course, won world titles in 5 different weight classes, including the Undisputed welterweight title. His hometown is Wilmington, North Carolina.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
Well, Johnny, I agree with you, but this
bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver.
Oh, God. Damn. Oh, yeah.
Nice exchange here from both men. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Missed with that jab. These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally, they're about to go at it in the ring.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. There's an uppercut, a big uppercut, and his knees buckled that time. He threw the hook, didn't land. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Who's winning this fight right now? I have no idea. So important. So there you have it. It is official now, and that is not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.
No complaints there at all. The crowd agree. I agree. The ref knew exactly what he was doing. So you know what? Great shout. I look forward to fight number 2.
I'm playing ranked, bro. I do this, man. This motherfucker just came out. My first day playing, bro. I need some cops. I ain't smart enough boxers. They just want to fight.
They call this a controlled environment, but I don't know about that considering who's about to fight. We are live at Brooklyn Hall. I'm Todd Grisha. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
Time for our tale of the tape. Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson. Many consider him to be the...
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting a
lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Todd is one of my favorite venues.
And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Caught him with a left hook.
That's what you want to say.
He just misses with that jab. Welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but the fans will only need the edge. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
This is that place you want to say, I fought there, I've been there, and now we are here.
He's so teared up on his left side.
Exchange here from both men. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Missed him with that uppercut. Both men step back for just a moment. Counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go.
Teared off on him.
This fight could not be Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. He parries away that left hook. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. And there's an uppercut, a big uppercut, and his knees buckled that time. Both men step back for just a moment. Perfect punch. Insane action. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. This one could go either way. Every round is so important.
It's too hard to...
Who's going to be the first one to get buzzed? Both men step back for just a moment. Through the hook, didn't land. Seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now they're going to find out.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. He misses with that jab. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. I don't know which fighter is winning this bout. Which fighter's going to get caught first? Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. Solid punch.
We both tried to flip.
So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not...
Sugar Ray is down on the canvas.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Damn, I got to stop. That'd be hard to do.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
There's no argument right there. You say it. Night.
You got Sugar Ray Robinson right there. I could have beat his ass. I just got caught in the screen.
What they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds, just told them with a squad get scolded. War with the Lord, not an omen. Still might have to grill a brother like Foreman. When my dogs start rioting, leaves will be falling off trees. You'd think that it's autumn. Yo, I can't stand these rap boys, feel to eliminate all. I'm trying to raise this stack boy, so tall that it might fall. Top striker, man, I lick off the goal, so anything I set, I achieve and more. Soon bring the man them on some kind of tour. No flicker bottles in my rider report. I don't know why they would step to the team, and I'll send man airborne like fly beat. Come like this as some sci-fi scene when I lace this magic on these type of beats. I don't want to hear.
I'm Todd Grisham, and every fighter wants to say at least once they fought at Brooklyn Hall. And here we are. And here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
Sean Showtime. Sugar Ray Leonard, one of the greatest all-time, won world titles in 5 weight classes, and he fights out of Wilmington, North Carolina.
Oh, pure bad blood.
And here we go.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Las Vegas.
These two have been going at it. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Why aren't they defending? That's a scoring left hand. We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but don't expect these fans to be sitting down. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
This is that place you want to say, I thought there, I've been there, and now we are here.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Left punch. That one lands. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Punch scores. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Who's winning this fight right now? I have no idea. Which fighter's going to get caught first? Oh, and he caught him with an uppercut. Sean Porter just got rocked. Just took a big shot and down he goes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He fails to score with that left hook. Caution being thrown to the wind. He threw the hook, didn't land. Believe what we're seeing. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. So the round winding down now, and it's been another good one for him. I don't know about you, Johnny, but I'm getting a little bit... On to the third. And he caught him with a left hook. Missed him with that uppercut. Left his chin exposed, and he got caught. This is certainly an aggressive fighter, but that doesn't always mean success. How many times have you seen a fighter chase a superior athlete around the ring and just get picked apart, even though they were the one pushing the tempo?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you...
Sugar Ray's in trouble. got a wounded animal right in front of him. Can he put him away? Sugar Ray Leonard dazed. No, we don't see a knockdown. Sugar Ray's in trouble. Leonard took a big shot and down he goes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. There's the bell for round 4. With that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. And there's an uppercut, a big uppercut, and his knees buckled that time. Got out of the way of that right hook. Hit him with a left jab. This fighter has tested. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. This fight could not be any closer, could it, Johnny?
So important. The referee's got to do his fight right. He's got to judge this right. He's got to do his job right.
Don't put the jab. Don't get carried away.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? And he just missed with that left jab. Oh, those punches add up. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
Oh, Leonard! Sugar Ray is down!
That thing is the chest.
1, 2, 3, 4,
That was laid out.
5, 6,
Come on, man, get up.
8, 9.
Right hook misses. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Both fighters unwilling to engage in that round. A bit surprised.
No, keep your eye on the ball. This is when you get knocked out. Don't close your eyes.
On to the 6th round. When we talk about a fighter having power, don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That can be the real difference.
Todd, we know one of these fights can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
Oh, and he caught him with a stiff jab. Can't score with that uppercut. Sugar Ray's in trouble. Sugar Ray is down.
Big.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Woman, we can't go nowhere. I don't know all this boxing around bullshit. Stop it, bro. I do this.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That was very
time. You got to figure it out. Who else want to smoke? All right, let me get somebody else. I'm being, I ain't scared to get nobody else. Who else is? Yeah, welterweight. I'm gonna go up a different weight class up there.
Welcome to the WBC Arena, and what an atmosphere we have here tonight. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
And now it's time for our team.
That's all they know to play with, bro.
It's Kell Brook.
This bout is scheduled.
So much hype surrounding him.
I'm avoiding him on purpose.
These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. That punch landed. He didn't take that jab well at all. Neither man really defending themselves. There's so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Are we about to see Kell Brook go down? The clock is ticking. They've got him hurt, but can they finish? A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and that's what he's doing here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Not much to write home about in that round, huh, Johnny?
Let's see what's in front of you. Don't pressure them, man. Take it on.
What do we expect to see here in round two? They score again with the left hand. Counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher are the people that make the history of our sport.
Men step back for just a moment. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. And there's an uppercut, a big uppercut, and his knees buckled that time.
Missing off enough that he's so fast, you can't gauge it, man.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here.
I would need somebody else to be him. He's too slow.
This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Fight with it. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. This fight is closer to 2 pages in a book, Johnny.
And his feet fast in his mouth, so I kind of got like cut the ring off. Cut the ring off. And he ain't gonna be able to hit him. He's too quick.
And he misses with the left uppercut. Beast him with that uppercut.
What's bad, dude?
Missing with the left uppercut. Bombs away.
In the middle of the lane, he was trying, man.
Misses with that jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They like float like a butterfly dude on the deal, man.
Good punch. Not many of the people in the division hit like them. got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. This one could go. Which fighter's going to get caught first? Caught him with a left hook. Threw the hook, didn't land. When we talk about a fighter having power, don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That could be the real difference.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you're thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Oh, and he caught him there with a right hook. Both men step back for just a moment. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into a rhythm, the fight is over.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Which fighter, which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Carries away that left hook. He blocks the hook. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
These two are the perfect dance partners. Jab to the body, trying to wear him down. Oh, and there he caught him with a stiff jab. He fails to score with that left hook. The scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Who's winning this fight right now?
Dang, bro.
Who's going to be the first one to get caught? no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
God, we know one of these fighters can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that? Oh, and he caught him with an uppercut. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down. He just misses with that jab. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when it catches you.
And he misses with that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. This fight could not. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Misses with that jab. And he just missed with that left jab. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe? Nope, that hook won't score. Gloves up to block the left jab. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go.
Chasing the whole time.
This fight is closer. Who will be buzzed first? Another scoring shot there. Failing to score with that right hook. He missed with that jab. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Oh, and he caught him with a stiff jab. Tried to score with a jab.
He knows. He knows.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw Robinson. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no... I don't believe it. One of the all-time greats, Robinson, goes down.
Running too much. Walking together.
Pretty dominant round there. Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. Having a hard time finding a home with that right uppercut. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That uppercut just missed. Nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
They figure out the combination to this safe.
Come on, man. I'll finish dodging, bro.
Just missing with the right uppercut. Takes that jab. How did he absorb that hook? 10 seconds to go. Who's going to get the last shot here in the round? This one could go either way. Every round. Who's going to be the first one to get rocked? When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain.
Missing with that jab. Good-looking jab. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at Sugar Ray Robinson. Just got rocked. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Let's go. How do I want?
Just misses with that left uppercut.
Come on, bro.
Going back to life now, starting to land some punches. This is certainly an aggressive fighter, but that doesn't always mean success. How many times have you seen a very close round with 10 seconds to go? I don't know about you, Johnny, but I'm getting a little...
You stay scared of me, bro.
There's the bell to start round
bro,
one.
I'm still throwing the most punches.
Well to get out of the way of that right uppercut.
He's just running the most.
That jab just missed with the left hand. He blocks the jab. Fighters certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Power, that power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. Blocks that jab. Swing and a miss with the left uppercut. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I don't know which fighter's going to get caught first. Right uppercut can't find a home. Got him with a clean right uppercut. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes just actually outblocks a fight and beat them on points.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Got him with a left jab. Missed with that right uppercut. Kell Brook may need to take a knee here. How is code red for Kell Brook? Massive blow, and down goes Kell Brook. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. The judges have spoken a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad.
All he did was run the whole fight.
I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.
Dropped me in the last round. That shit crazy. I'm wondering if I want to run it. Niggas like him, bro. Play with Canelo now. Let me see which Canelo should I play with though. What weight class? 154, 147, or 160? Oh, they only got. I can play with him in middleweight. Anything I set, I achieve and more. Soon bring the man them on some kind of tour. No flicker bottles in my rider report. I don't know why they would step to the team and I'll send man airborne like fly beat.
Welcome to the WBC arena. Excited to be here for this. Sugar Ray Robinson. Saul Can.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of...
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. And there's an uppercut, a big uppercut, and his knees buckled that time. Missed him with that uppercut. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Oh, and there he caught him with a stiff jab. Both men step back for just a moment. Fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little...
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one.
Maybe all do the same shit, man. Right.
Who's winning this? Who's going to be the first one to get rocked? He takes that jab. Nice shot with the left. He didn't take that jab well at all. Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
How you deal with a slugger, you've got to use brain over bone. Bone in a matador, pop, jab, move. Get them angry.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Solid punch. Quick punch scores. Surprised if these two fighters go the distance tonight, considering how much they've emphasized their physical fitness.
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now,
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. This fight could...
All they gonna do is get that nigga.
This fighter's gonna get quit first.
Yeah.
Blocks the jab. He just misses with that big right hand. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
it's the one who draws first blood, Kev. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
He parries away that left hook. They figure out the combination to this sink. Oh, and he caught him there with a right hook. He scores with that right uppercut. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. You get desperate.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Who's winning this fight right now? I have no idea. This athlete is going to be the first to get rocked. When are we going to see a jab from these two? He fails to score with that left hook. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance? Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Trying to answer back. Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. How is he still on his feet? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. This fight is closer than 2 pages in a book, Johnny.
I keep it. He keep on, you know.
Who's going to land
if
the
y'all
first
saying
big
somebody
shot?
else, I can mix it up a little more, but I gotta take some from it.
And he misses with the left uppercut. finished with that right uppercut. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there, toe-to-toe with them, and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe? With a left jab. Get him with a left jab. When we talk about a fighter having power, don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That could be the real difference.
It could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple...
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I don't know which fighter is winning this bout.
It's too hard to split. Do you listen to your head or your heart?
You know what I'm saying? He on his toes. Kind of pop shot,
who's going to be the first one to get buzzed? Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. Oh, and he caught him with a stiff jab. Fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down. Both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. This one could go either way. Every round is so... Who's going to be the first one to get buzzed? Caught him with a heavy punch. Right uppercut just off target. Really stiff jab. He's seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Oh my God, this dude is big, man.
Got out of the way of that right hook. A beautiful left uppercut.
That's the way she was.
He gets out of the way of that left hand. Got someone with the hands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
You see what I'm talking about, bro? Don't they all play the same, bro? Everybody who picked this
Which fighter's going to get clipped first?
Get right there.
Not many of the people in the division hit like them. Double uppercut. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again, and the fight will be over.
Robinson just got rocked. No, we don't see a knockdown. They score again with the left hand. Just avoids the left uppercut. This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these passes. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. That seemed to be like a feel-out round. What do you think,
bro?
Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. Got caught clean. Whoa, and you saw the balance go. The knees, the foundation, rocked. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged. Right jab. Misses with that jab. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Just missing with the right uppercut. Just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. This fight is closer than 2 pages in a book, Johnny.
So important. The referee's got to do his fight right. He's got to judge this right. He's got to do his job right.
This is the 10th. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Both men step back for just a moment. Let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. And they figure out the combination to this save. You miss with that jab. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
And he just missed with that left jab. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Who's winning this fight? Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Parries the right jab away. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Just misses with that uppercut.
It's always anything ever happened. They know.
Uppercut misses. These two are the perfect dance partners. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to push first, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Right jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one.
All they try to do is like get knocked out.
This fight could not be any closer, could it, Chuck? Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? that left lands. Stiff jab.
Oh my God, this is really gonna be out here, man.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when he catch you.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down. Ooh, that was a nasty right uppercut. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. Sugar Ray is down.
Oh, fucking woman.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Tough round,
Just misses with that uppercut. The round winding down now, and it's been another good one for him. The 3 judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.
Ducking and dodging. Dude, it's like I can't pick no slow food, nigga. I'm trying to stay away from all the good niggas while all they doing is picking the good ones. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna get somebody else now. I can't keep getting niggas like that. Niggas that can't do shit but run from me. Oh, fight. Damn. I just want to fight, bro.
Feeling like I got a brand new contract.
Don't let me with it, got him. Never do.
I get the job done proper, there's no comeback. That's not fair, people hoping on the balance. But either you got that magic or you haven't. And we were born and blessed with all this talent. Soon as we give it a task, it's so apparent I'm fully prepared, fully activated and ready. Focused on
So much energy here in the house tonight. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
It's action night.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And here is the legend himself, Saul Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall. So here is Saul Sugar Ray.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world.
These two have been going at it, and now finally,
I thought they were fighting that fight.
we waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Got out of the way of that right hook. Nice exchange here from both men. As the great Phil Collins once sang, I can feel it in the air tonight. What a buzz.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Missed him with that uppercut. He threw the hook, didn't land. This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
How you deal with a slugger, you've got to use brain over brawn. Bull in a matador, pop, jab, move, get them.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one.
You got to know because he walking
Who's winning this fight right now? I have no idea.
It's too hard to split. Do you listen to your head or your heart?
He's going to be the first one to get rocked. They score again with the left hand. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. A scoring left hand. Back and forth they go. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. That punch landed. Oh, and he caught him there with a right hook. Going back to life now, starting to land some punches. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I don't know which fighter
like
is
his
winning this
movement
bout.
with him. Yeah, he's moving.
I dread being a judge.
He look like Canelo in real life. That's how Canelo really be doing too. But I'm not running from him. If I was running from him, it would be different. I'm leaving right in the middle and sometimes walking him down. Facing him.
Who will be buzzed first?
I ain't doing how old boy doing me. I know I got the fastest fighter.
And he misses with the left uppercut. Got out of the way of that right hook. This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. He misses with that jab. Just avoids the left uppercut. Just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with some very close round with 10 seconds to go. This fight is closer than 2 pages and a book. Who's going to be the first one to get clipped? Oh, and he caught him with a stiff jab. He misses with that jab. He just misses with that jab. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. He missed with that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. This one could go either way. Every round is so important.
It's too hard to split. Do you listen to your head or your heart?
So there you have it. It is official now, and that is not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.
No complaints there at all. The crowd agreed. I agree. The ref knew exactly what he was doing. So you know what? Great shout. I look forward to fight number 2.
That nigga look good. Let me play with her. It's a heavyweight. I'm trying to play wild. Let me see. Knock a nigga head off. See if I can hit a nigga with a fucking right hand. Knock a nigga head off.
As expected, fully packed here tonight. All the seats have been sold. We're live at the Empire Fight Camp. I'm Todd Grisham. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Alexander Usyk, the former Undisputed, the Bronze Bomber, one of the hardest punchers in heavyweight history. His knockout percentage is off the chart.
If this fighter knows how to use that
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red.
You've heard of people dancing underneath the moonlight? Tonight, it's a fight underneath the moonlight, and what a fight it should be.
You can hear the noise, you can hear the fans. I've been to many, many fights like this, and it's very, very eerie.
Good luck.
Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. And he misses with that jab. Have you ever danced with the devil under the pale moonlight? That's what these two men are about to go through as they've been talking so much trash on social media. It's time to settle the score. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. How did he absorb that hook? And he just missed with that left jab. He takes that jab. Counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make their history about.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. This fight is closer than 2 pages in a book, Johnny.
So important. The referee's got to do his fight right. He's got to judge this right. He's got to do his job right.
Which fighter's going to get clipped first? He misses with that jab. Oh, and there he caught him with a stiff jab. This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
Terrorize them into not wanting to throw a punch because they don't even see the shot leaving.
He didn't take that jab well at all.
Okay, this was open.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. That left shot lands. He's got to find a way to get around that reach advantage.
Very smart, very sharp. This is the fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
He missed with that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Who's winning this? Which fighter's going to get caught first? He just misses with that jab. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fist.
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
These two are the perfect dance partners. Got him with a left jab. He misses with that jab. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their...
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. I don't know which fighter is winning this bout.
It's too hot.
Which fighter is going to get caught first? It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Oh, and he caught him with a stiff jab. Wilder just got clipped and he's in a world of trouble. I don't know if I've ever seen him this hurt before. He wants to finish the show right now. Can he find that one big shot? There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
It's the one who draws first blood, Ted. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it. You've got to be confident.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
This fight really stuck, bro.
Left punch. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Deontay Wilder rocked right, and down goes Deontay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I needed a little baby. Tired as hell.
Well, Johnny, what's your advice to this fighter now? He is down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Body in it. Be smart. Change your angle.
I'm fucking his face up, bro. I'm nothing very fun.
Don't give him a good man.
God,
Go back to the other again. Alright? It's only one round. It's much yet.
I'm tired as hell.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a chance. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set the shot. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Got out of the way of that right hook. Got caught clean by a left hook. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. That one will count. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast battle to throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when...
Oh, Wilder just got clipped, and he's in a...
That didn't mean nothing to Wilder fight. Okay,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round.
Man, I got his face hella red, though.
Well, he is glad to have heard that bell. This is the beginning of round 6. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Do you believe this? Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
When you've got a fast fighter, they will cut you to ribbons, and they know it's a matter of time before either you get desperate or the referee jumps in and saves you. This is a natural death.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. That left doesn't land. Respect for each other's punching power. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. This fight could not be any closer, could it, Johnny? Each one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? And the bronze... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
They're out. I'm all beat. I'm off.
So time to go celebrate after another knockout win here.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.
He was hella in front of me, trying to hit him hella hard at the beginning.
You are the sweetest thing.
Boy, John.
All the joy you bring.
Oh, we fighting them down the rise. Tyson Fury, I don't really get it. That's what I should have done. Beat that nigga ass. Yeah, what's up? Yeah. What's up, man? Yeah. Crouch your ass.
like that, I'm happy. Good man. Just stay focused.
Let's fight.
What's up? What's up? Man, he just fucking me up them bodies up. Good shot. Feeding your fucking body in, bitch. Anytime you throw a 9-punch combination and just like real life, throw a 9-punch combination like that, and nigga don't defend himself, referee can stop that bitch. Let me see what kind of lightweights they got.
Now what we gonna do right here is settle the score.
Barbie though, stupid on this motherfucker. I'm fine.
We got a whole room full of
Lightweight,
monsters.
you all is.
We gonna shut it down like this.
You got
Let's go.
Crawford. Ryan Garcia. You got fucking Sugar Ray Robinson again.
The tricks of the trade.
That nigga in every fucking way class.
I've been to the top and I've been to the bottom. I tell you they look about the same. I can speak about comfort. I can speak about pain. You wanna come do this? Study my movements. Go up and sit in the grain. See, I never heard of vacations. Bro, that word to me is insane. I'd rather put hands in the dirt as I put in the work. I watch suckers complain. Cause all they regard is who got the hardest. Whole family is the chock full of ballers. Who would tell them I never been there? I step in the circle, just know I'm prepared. I win or I learn, I never will lose. The fork in the road, which one will you choose? Look, the people need answers. You ready to dance? This one for the champs. The blood, sweat, and tears of my stripes. I only tell stories of fights. You learn that the struggle is part of the hustle. Don't ever mistake them as gripes. First I hit them with lefts, then I hit them with rights. After all that I've been through, I gotta continue to cut through that bull with a knife. You holding me up, so I'm rising. You want me to fail or surprised? I'm addicted to winning, so since the beginning, I only focus on horizons. Only record is who go the hardest. Whole family is a chock full of ballers. Who would tell them I never been there? I step in the circle, just know I'm prepared. I win or I learn, I never will lose. The fork in the road, which one will you choose? Look, the people need answers. You ready to dance? This one for the champs. So what can I tell you? I learned from my failures. I traveled through hell with a gang full of tailspins, and I only prevail cause I came with my day ones, and they never strayed from tough situations. I'm saying there's no conversation, just
Welcome to the WBC Arena, and what a night and what a fight we expect this to be. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside?
And here he is, Bud. Terrence Bud.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red...
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment.
Can't get the sound effect.
Here we go to round one. Nice job by him to block that jab. There's so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted it, but they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Exchanges from both men in this round. Threw the hook, didn't land. He misses with that jab. He just misses with that jab. Counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. This one could go either way. Every round is so important.
It's too hard to split. Do you listen to your head or your heart?
Each one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down. An uppercut, a big uppercut, and his knees buckled that time. He didn't take that jab well at all. Fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. And this with that jab. Jab. Insane action. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this race. This fight is closer than 2 pages in a book, Johnny.
So important. The referee's got to do his fight right. He's got to judge this right. He's got to do his job right.
Buzzed first. Both men step back for just a moment. him with that uppercut. Got out of the way of that right hook. Talk about a fighter having power. Don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That can be the real difference.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. He blocks the hook. Jab. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Who's winning this fight? Who's going to be the first one to get clipped? He just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. There's a right hand. Defense is not an option for these two. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. He's trying to fight his way back into this, and now they're right back into the fray. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Crawford in trouble. Got him right where he wants him. Now what? Can he? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. These two fighters. We're going round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? With a left jab. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. You both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take out with a simple jab, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Just misses with that left uppercut.
Good.
Nice punch.
Come on.
So far, it sees like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fights like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Crawford's legs are a very competitive round with 10 seconds left.
I made it up.
Both fighters unwilling to engage in that. On to the 6th round. That one will count. These punches coming from every angle. There's no doubt that this fight... How is he still on his feet? How did they survive that? Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Not many of the people in the division hit like them. Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. Fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for this point.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. I don't know. Comes round 7. Oh, that left hook hurt him. And he just missed with that left jab. The chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Can't connect with that right hook. Crawford may be ready to go down. Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. 1, 2, 3. Trouble. What? Final 10 seconds here. I think he knows he's winning this round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. desperation mode here to this. There's the bell to start round 8. Caught him with a left hook. You're a power puncher. You're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Got him with a clean right uppercut. Punch scores. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Crawford's legs are all over the place. Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's onward and upward after another knockout win here.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That was her.
Feeling like I got a brand new contract. Armed and dangerous and ready for comeback. Soon as I catch him on sight, it's contact. I get the job done proper, there's no comebacks. That's not fair, people hoping on the balance. But even you got that magical, you have it. And we were born and blessed with all this talent. Soon as we're given a task, it's so apparent I'm fully prepared, fully activated and ready. Focused on the target, grab my weapon, hold it steady, your name. You know that aim rate's heavy. Got the beast in me screaming out, let me out the cage. I ain't gotta do it with rage.
It's a full moon, so look out. We are live outside at Empire Fight Camp. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
Time for our tale of the tape. In this corner, it's Saul Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179. And standing across the ring from him tonight, perhaps the greatest to ever do it, Sugar Saul Canelo Alvarez, a 4-division multi-time world champion, quite simply one of the greatest of all time. Sugar Ray Robinson, one of the most skilled boxers to ever lace up the gloves, inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1990, and he fights out of Harlem, New York.
Look at this. These fights are so up for it. Look at that.
That said, cannot wait for this one, and here we go.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Hiding out of the blue corner from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a five-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson.
They'll be fighting under the lights tonight. What a unique environment as we get set for this high-energy showdown.
The clouds have held the rain back. It's getting breezy, it's getting darker. The fans are getting desperate. They want to get involved in this fight. And now the action's about to begin.
You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. So there you have it. It is official now, and that is not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.
No complaints there at all. The crowd agree. I agree. The ref knew exactly what he was doing. So you know what? Great shout. I look forward to fight number 2.
I ain't quit when I played. Play him. I know, I understand, but still.
Yeah. Look at that.
Alright, fuck it. I'll get somebody else.
All the belts, mighty. We bring one right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring and swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no about ping. We bring one right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring and swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no about ping. We bring one right, somebody shots fling. Look up, fling, right up, fling. Can't try a ting, send man over the ropes. Man try come for the bell, but
This rivalry has been brewing for a long time, and it spills over tonight at the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure.
Oh, now we're going to
Sugar Ray.
Should.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner.
So much hype surrounding. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Punch scores. Oh, and he caught him with a left hook. Neither man really defending themselves. So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand this. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire in here.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. He misses with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. This fight is closer than 2 pages, and who's going to be the first one to get buzzed? chance here at all. Both men step back for just a moment. And he misses with the left uppercut. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Oh, and he caught him with an uppercut. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Good left hand. These two fighters are made for one another. Both men step back for just a moment. Sugar Ray's in trouble. He's got to do something. They've avoided catastrophe there. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Did that seem to be like... There's the bell for round 3. And there's an uppercut, a big uppercut, and his knees buckled that time. Oh, what a punch! There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Through the hook, didn't land. Got out of the way of that right hook. Missed him with that uppercut. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. This one could go... He's going to be the first one to get clipped. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
He blocks the jab. Oh, Leonard just got blocked. Looks like they've shaken it off. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Swing and a miss with that hook. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. These two fighters promise. Time for the 5th round. How did he absorb that hook? Not many of the people in the division hit like them. He takes that jab. Upset of the year, perhaps, right before our eyes. This guy certainly has a huge chin. How is this fight still continuing? Can they figure out the combination to this safe? This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
That uppercut misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Not sure how serious that cut is, but the referee's going to take a good look at it.
Are you okay?
So that's that. The referee's made his judgment, and we carry on. This fight could not be... Let's start the 6th. Jab to the body, trying to wear him down. Referee calls time, and we'll look at the cut.
You're taking too much. The fight is over.
And they're calling it there.
I think the referee forgot until all of a sudden, yeah, you know what, I better do my job here.
Another TKO win here, Johnny. What's next?
Just like another TKO. It's Teddy Pendergrass over. TKO is spot on. What a shot. You know what? The argument was there. The referee didn't know what to do, but he called it. Great shout.
Put this shit up on the screen. Alright, John, go.
I don't know what they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds, just told them with a